Namaskar. Today we will see about the recent budget. This year, since there is going to be parliamentary election, the budget was interim budget, and people were expecting some tax rebate and all. Nothing was given. Totally, there was no change in the tax rates, both direct and indirect tax. Now we are talking about direct tax, which is income tax. Income tax during the last year, that is 23-24, in order to attract people to opt for new regime of tax calculation, where there is no exemption or anything except barring one or two like pension fund and other things. So they have made the minimum threshold for tax was 7 lakhs. See, actually for new regime, the tax calculation starts from 3 lakhs and above for those who earn more than the threshold level. Here the threshold level is stated to be 7 lakhs, but with marginal adjustment. That means, suppose assuming is if suppose if the marginal adjustment is not given, a person who earns 7 lakhs, 100 rupees will have to pay some 27,000 rupees extra, because above 7 lakhs the rate is 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs 5%, 6 lakhs to 9 lakhs, so 6 to 7 10%. So 25,000 comes here, another 10,000, 26,000. So suppose if it is 7 lakhs, 1,000. So that is why that is injustice. If somebody earns just 10,000 rupees more than the threshold people, and he ends up in paying some 26,000, whereas a person who earns just 10,000 less doesn't pay anything. So his loss is another 16,000. Okay. So the marginal adjustment is to give justice to all the people in the borderline. Let us not go deep into the calculation. People who are who can catch the calculation easily will say this is okay. Anyway, let us say this marginal adjustment takes the minimum threshold to 7 lakhs 27,000. And last year they have also given standard deduction for the new regime, because people were not opting for new regime. Government wants to go into a regime where tax regime where there is no exception galore. If you see, there are so many deductions, so many exceptions in the old regime. So instead of making it simpler, you are aware the old regime also, the lowest threshold is 5 lakhs. So it starts from 2.5 lakhs. Those who earn more than 5 lakhs will have to pay from the value above 2.5 lakhs. But if the earning is only up to 5 lakhs, there is no tax for them. It is given under section 87A. Okay, now we are talking about new regime. So new regime, with the introduction of standard deduction to new regime also from the current financial year, is provided from the last budget. So the total earning comes to 7 lakhs 77,000, which is nothing but the minimum threshold 7 lakhs with marginal adjustment reaching to 7 lakhs 27,000 plus standard deduction another 50,000. So 7 lakhs 77,000 will not result in any tax payment. To put it simply, a salary income earner, he gets salary income and let us say other interest income or whatever it is, small or some additional income, but he is a salary earner. So his monthly average earning is, let us say, 64,750. He doesn't have to pay any tax if he opts for new regime. So 64,750 per month is quite a good amount for a middle class people. So the result is the higher middle class people, normally above 50,000, we can call it as higher middle class, not higher class, higher earning group, higher middle class group. Lower middle class is below, maybe below 30,000, and above 30,000 up to 50-60 is middle class, let us say. So it is higher middle class. They are, when they earn up to 64,500 in a month on an average, which earning includes salary income necessarily. If there is no salary income, the standard deduction won't be there. Of course, 7,27,000 would be there. So in that case, it is something like 60,000 plus, 61,000, 62 plus, yeah, 62,000. If the person is not a salary earner, standard deduction won't be there. So other income, let us say. So on an average, if he gets 62,000 here and there, he doesn't have to pay tax, income tax. So no savings it is for you to keep for future, but for income tax compulsion won't be there for savings at all. Now, if somebody earns more than 7,77,000 and he has savings in all LIC, all those things, Section 80C, which adds up to 1,50,000, there are many savings. Now, the scope of this video is not for old regime, so I am just limiting. Savings are there, pension funds are there, housing loan repayment is there, housing loan interest repayment is there, and education loan interest repayment is there. In that case, they have to calculate both new regime and old regime and then decide which regime you have to choose. And those who earn salary class, those who earn up to 7,77,000, simply because by default now it is for everybody, it is new regime only. You can change it by your application in the company where you get salary, in the department where you get salary. You can opt for the salary payer. You can opt for old regime if you have all these uh, housing interest, education loan interest, something like that, all these things, whatever we discuss now. Otherwise, coolly, you don't need to say anything. There will be no tax up to 7,77,000 of annual income. That is why our finance minister has not bothered to touch anything even just prior to election. Of course, newspaper has done, okay, government is so confident of winning the election, so they are not bothered about tinkering with the taxation. But it is already given reasonably well. But if it is not the minimum taxation thing, those who earn beyond this, they have to pay for old regime from 2.5 lakhs and for new regime from 3 lakhs. Okay, that detailed calculation already I have given once. If required, we will do again before filing and all. Namaskar. In the coming videos, I am planning to release TADA rules and rules of head of office.